When a survey asks subjects whether they would be willing to accept cuts in their standard of living to protect the environment, 381 out of 1,170 subjects said yes. Find the point estimate of the proportion of the population who would answer yes. So the point estimate for that will be our sample proportion p hat, and that'll be 381 out of 1,170. And doing that division, our sample proportion is going to be 0.3256. The margin of error, in this case for 95% confidence level, this would take the critical z-value times the square root of p hat times 1 minus p hat divided by n. So this would be z sub alpha in this case, since this is a 95% level of confidence. Alpha is 5%. 5% divided by 2. This will be 0.025 times square root of 0.3256 times 0.6744. All of that divided by 1,170. And if you put this into a calculator, you get about, well, first this z-score pertaining to 0.025. This value right here is about 1.96. So 1.96 times this amount, that's about 0.02685. And for the 95% level of confidence, we would need, I need some room there, I'll do the math up here. This would be a point estimate plus and minus the margin of error. So 0.3256. Let me fix that 3 very quickly before I continue on. And get distracted by it, that is. So 0.3256 plus and minus. Once it decides to work, that is. Plus and minus the margin of error of 0.02685. So if we do this out, we get a value when we subtract those, so 0.3256 minus 0.02685. That gives us a lower bound of about 0.2988 rounded to 4 decimal points. And the upper bound, when we add those two numbers, will give us about 0.3525. Again, this is the lower bound. And upper bound. So this entire confidence interval written in words is going to be that we are 95% confident that the proportion of people willing to accept cuts in their standard of living to protect the environment to protect the environment is between our values that we got 0.2988 and 0.3525. And let me just move this down so that's readable. There we go. So we are 95% confident that the proportion of people willing to accept cuts in their standard of living to protect the environment is between 0.2988 and 0.3525. And then finally, we want to stay and check the assumptions needed for this interval to be valid. So let me first get rid of that. There we go. Alright, so we need to check the assumptions. First and foremost, we need to know that this is a simple random sample. And while we could, certainly state that it is, we technically don't know if it's a simple random sample. So we can't really say much about that. Anyway, but we can check sample size times the sample proportion. So 1170 times 0.3256 should give us a value of about 381 back. And then finally, the sample size times 1 minus sample proportion, that'll be 1170 times 0.6744. If we do that out, we get a value of about 789. And both of those are certainly greater than 15. We can also check that the population size is greater than or equal to 20 times 1170. So that is going to be 25,400 people. We can't really check that particular amount due to the fact that we don't really have too descriptive of a population. So this is questionable, just like the simple random sample is questionable as well. So to highlight that, I'll put a question mark here along with a simple random sample.